My medication, it runs $20,000 a month without insurance. I make $800 a month. Oh, that will kill me. That would kill my friends. That would kill millions of people in this country if they lose their health care.
We're in California's District 22, a rural community in the state's Central Valley. This district voted for Trump for the first time in 2024, but now his policies threaten one of the benefits people here rely on the most. Do you know anyone personally who voted for President Trump but depends on benefits like Medicaid?
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people.
One resident who would be impacted by Medicaid cuts is 64-year-old Irma Arredondo, who voted for Trump in 2024. Irma has several chronic health issues, including type 1 diabetes. She's also a full-time caregiver for her daughter, who has cerebral palsy, and her sister, who has Turner syndrome.
The medicine that my daughter takes for seizures, I won't be able to afford it. So we feel hopeless if those cuts come, What we're going to do.
Irma was a farm worker for more than a decade. She believes that some of her and her children's health issues can be linked to the pesticides she was exposed to while working in the fields.
Look at me right now. Look at me how many sicknesses that I have. We got all in the fields. Where else? I feel like these tubby nuts in the back, But why? Why when we put food on their tables? Trump promised a lot of things. I thought it would be more family values and those programs that we really need here.
One of those promises was to protect Medicaid, which 67% of people in this district rely on. It's the largest percentage of any district in the entire country.
Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid will not be touched?
Yeah, I mean, I have said it so many times, we're not going to touch it.
The yeas are 218, the nays are 214. The motion is adopted.
This bill represents the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. It will devastate vulnerable populations.
The largest tax break go to the wealthiest individuals. Are those your values?
No, that's not right.
Irma isn't the only one in District 22 who feels betrayed by the administration's plan to gut Medicaid.
The only people they're hurting are the poor people. People that really need the stuff. Elon Musk doesn't need it. Trump doesn't need it. And, billionaires don't need it.
They're making out big time with this, but they're hurting people in the process.
If we could go back to November, who would you vote for now, seeing what you see?
For either one.
You just wouldn't have voted?
Not either.
I'm finding it hilarious that the patients I have who voted for Trump and applauded the big, beautiful bill are the same ones who are losing their Medicare and Medicaid coverage. It's ironic.
So I'm finding out that Trump supporters are upset because they're about to lose their health care and their insurance, and their children that are under the age of 26 are about to be kicked off because they voted to repeal the Affordable Health Care Act. And they didn't even realize that they were doing this. And I'm going to pretend that they're not racist and they forgot that Obama.
In my wildest dreams, did I think taking a video of myself talking about going to Mexico for dental work was going to cause people to give me death threats and threaten me in my messages.
In all of my wildest dreams, I completely expected you to come on this internet and cry about mean comments, as if your vote didn't just wreck hundreds of thousands of people's lives, snatch away their jobs, strip them of health care, and in some case, literally get them killed. People are being brutalized, deported, and left to suffer because of the policies that you voted for. And now you want us to feel bad for you, Karen, because the internet hurt your feelings. Be so for real.
Literally just wanted to post about how it was like cheaper to go to Mexico, and people are making it political because I voted for Trump. Like, I don't hate Mexicans. I just don't want illegal people coming into my country.
You got on here to admit to us that you're not educated.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
And didn't even understand that you were indeed voting for a healthcare system and that it is political. You also got on here to confess that your traditional provider of a husband has failed his family financially, and he's got his own wife smuggling herself into a shithole country across the same border she wants walled off just to get her teeth done by the same dangerous illegals she loves to demonize. A classic colonizer playbook. Go to another country, exploit their labor and resources to make your life better, but vilify immigrants when they try to come here to make their lives better.
While some of you are celebrating today, please remember that the other half of America is terrified. There are women terrified for their health. There are parents terrified for their kids' education. People are terrified of losing their health care. Minorities are terrified. Millions of good people who paid billions of dollars into this economy are about to get ripped away from their families. And how you sleep at night knowing you voted for the mass deportation of an entire population of good people to rip them away from their families says so much about you. So while you are celebrating, this would be a really good time to practice that compassion and empathy that so many people lack. You know, the thing that Jesus would have wanted? Because that's the reason you voted for him, right? And that's if you're even capable of having compassion and empathy at all.
I'm just leaving the floor of the House after voting no on the Republicans' budget plan. Unfortunately, it passed because they hold the majority. I got to be honest, this is a devastating moment. They just put forward a budget that will mean gutting healthcare for 80 million Americans. We're talking about more than 40% of new moms and their babies. We're talking about almost half of all children in our country. We're talking about children who live with disabilities, and we're talking about our elderly in long-term care. This is a devastating blow to Americans across the country. But I want you to know this fight is not over. We're not giving up, and we need you to speak up too. Please use your voice. Tell your elected representatives that this is not okay. We're in this together.
A psychology study was just published looking into how personality traits can influence your political beliefs. And spoiler alert, MAGA's not going to be happy with the results because the personality traits that are associated with support for Trump and political conservatism, embarrassing. I'm going to give you guys 3 quick takeaways from this research study. Let's get into it. First key takeaway. People who support Trump tend to show more manipulative, selfish, and emotionally detached traits. They're also less likely to believe in treating others with kindness or respect. And they're also less likely to assume the basic goodness of others. Does that sound familiar? Does that match up with anyone's lived experience, anecdotal experience with Trump supporters? Second key takeaway. People who reported stronger benevolent traits, such as valuing the dignity and worth of others, were more likely to hold liberal views and reject Trump. They think calling us liberal is an insult, but according to scientific research, people who value the dignity and worth of others are more likely to hold liberal views. Thank you for the compliment. Final key takeaway from this research. On average, Trump supporters were less emotionally moved by others' pain or hardship. At the same time, they scored higher on dissonant empathy. People high in dissonant empathy were more likely to enjoy seeing others suffer and may feel entertained, superior, or justified in the suffering that they observe rather than feeling sad or concerned. Does that sound at all familiar? To wrap this up, got to give a big shout out to Dr. Craig Newman. Shout out to him, a white man doing the Lord's work, making sure that this moment in time and the severe depravity that's going on right now is documented. So shout out to him. He is a professor of psychology at the University of North Texas. So let me know if you guys have questions in the comments or if this research matches up with what you've experienced in life.
Hello to my amazing people, how you guys doing? Welcome back again. If you're turning into this channel, please do also like, comment and share, and turn on the bell notification in that which I'm uploading video will be the first to be notified. But the clip or video that you watched, I know that you have understand everything. I want you to feel free and share your thoughts in the comment section. All the people that have told Donald Trump thinking that they have voted him for a good life and the good things, now it has backfired on them. He have denied them of health care, this and that. I want you to share your thoughts in the comment section. This Donald Trump administration is too much. People are not getting it. So funny. They are regretting their vote and crying out. Feel free to comment.